It looks like one of the University of Idaho fraternities might be responsible for somebody being in the hospital. Let's take a look. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Okay, I'm taking a break from mowing the yard and I noticed that this was a big topic over on Twitter. Apparently, an altercation took place right in front of a fraternity house at the University of Idaho in Moscow. Yeah, that University of Idaho. And the result is this. This is a post by a man named Austen Dawson. Apparently, his son, Austen, was delivering food over in the university fraternity and sorority area on 9/24 of 25, and an altercation took place, and this is where he landed. And at this point in time, there's no arrests. So let's take a look at a couple of things and see if we can figure out what's actually going on here. This was the post. I'm recording this at around 5:45 p.m. on 9/26. So keep in mind the timing of that, as this states yesterday at 3:30 p.m. Please keep praying for Austen. He's in a medically induced coma. I just found out it was in front of a fraternity at the University of Idaho. The police haven't pressed charges. My son was delivering food. The police claim it was a mutual fight. Even if it was, after they curb stomped my son, they beat him until he stopped moving. All of the witnesses are frat boys. My son can't and couldn't talk to the police. He still can't. This isn't okay. Now, originally, he thought this happened in Pullman for some reason, because his original post states just that. He got into a fight with some college kids in Pullman, and they are life flighting him to Lewiston to get the closest neurosurgeon. The nurse said they curb stomped him and then punched him in the head until he stopped moving. Now, he's using the word they a lot, but what I'm understanding from some other things I've seen is that this was one person and that it was all caught on camera. But let's go ahead and continue. Now, this is where it gets really familiar feeling, because you know how all kinds of things started going dark on the internet when it came to certain sororities, when it came to certain fraternities, how we have clips and video of the frat houses being completely surrounded by police officers, how we have certain sets of parents having sleep-ins with the entire fraternity where no one was allowed to leave and everybody had to put their phones down, and then all of a sudden all these stories and all these things just started happening, Okay, you remember all them things with Idaho, right? Okay. This post from Austen's father is from 9 hours ago. And in this, it states he is still in a coma, and it seems very suspect that Pi Delta Theta fraternity has told all of its frat boys to make their pages private. Slightly guilty? You judge. All of their pages regarding my son and this incident disappeared. Their personal pages are private now. They weren't yesterday morning. Shady maybe? I think so. What happens at the University of Idaho that's pulled under the rug should alarm all of us. If you guys only knew. If you guys only knew. Your kids aren't safe. No, they're not. Not in these kinds of situations. My kid was only delivering food. They taunted him and then attacked him. What's going to happen to your kids if they join a frat at the University of Idaho? Scary at best. Inhumane? Are they going to beat a DoorDash driver unconscious? Hopefully you raise them better. Now, I don't know how accurate this post is, but I do know that the father has not taken it out of his comment section. Now, the comments that this person who posted this screenshot are responding back to are being deleted. I don't know who's deleting them, but the post itself with this story in it is not being deleted by this guy's dad. So I can only assume that that most likely means that it's an accurate retelling. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, this was posted 11 hours before this person took this screenshot and posted it. So I would assume sometime on the 25th, most likely. This states, my daughter goes to school there. The account of what took place that the students have heard is that the driver was delivering food across the street at a sorority and their car was hit by a basketball. They approached the fraternity, and eventually the driver threw a punch at one guy, and that one guy put this kid in the hospital. The police have video of it from what I understand, and they already came and spoke with the kid, and the only reason the guy is not in jail is because the driver threw the first punch. I am not defending the kid who did this in any way. I am not saying the driver was at any fault here or that I agree with them not arresting the kid or anything like that. I'm just saying what my daughter told me. I haven't seen the video, but they know who the kid is. And from what I was told, the video shows it was just him who fought the kid. I don't know if any of the other fraternity brothers were involved in the initial altercation or not. I don't understand how things got to the point of this kid being in the hospital in a coma, and there is no cause for arrest. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know the state's laws in Idaho, but it seems absolutely ridiculous that a kid can put another kid in this condition and not face any charges, regardless of how the fight started. So I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not, but again, this is being posted under the father's actual post on Facebook, and he's not deleting it. So I'm going to assume that it's a true telling, and it's not incorrect. I understand if this person who's in the hospital on all of these machines is the one who threw the first punch, then the first punch or two to stop whatever was going on, or the first punch back or whatever. Okay, self-defense. You're defending yourself because you just got punched in the face. But if you're curb stomping someone, okay, you know what I think of every time I hear that term? That scene from American History X. It plays in my head every single time I hear that, all right? So you think about that scene in your brain, and then also think about this person punching this guy in the back of the head as hard as he could after doing that to him already. You cannot control yourself. You are dangerous. So what are they going to do? Are they just going to leave this alone? Let's take a look and see what the city of Moscow and the police department actually had to say. So yesterday at around 5:40, they posted this. The Moscow Police Department is seeking the public's help in locating any video footage related to an incident that occurred on 9/24/25 at approximately 8:45 p.m. in the area of Idaho Avenue and Elm Street. If you live or were traveling in this area and have surveillance, dashcam, or cell phone video, please contact Detective Sergeant Gunderson, and then it gives the phone number. We're going to recognize all these names, I'm sure. So now there's a longer press release from 4 hours ago, and it's almost 6 p.m. now here in Texas on 9/26/25. So this states here, Moscow police investigating physical altercation on the University of Idaho campus. September 26, 2025. On September 24th, 2025, at approximately 8:53 p.m., the Moscow Police Department was dispatched to a report of a battery near the intersection of Idaho Avenue and Deacon Avenue on the University of Idaho campus. Officers arrived on scene and found one adult male had sustained significant injuries. The investigation into this incident is still ongoing. No arrests have been made and no charges have been filed at this point. The Moscow Police Department has been made aware of rumors and misinformation being shared in the public in regard to this incident that we would like to address with the facts we have gathered thus far in the investigation. First, there is information circulating that the individual found with significant injuries was attacked by multiple assailants. This is false. MPD has recovered evidence that clearly shows this was an altercation between two adult males. And that's what that other post literally stated, that it was just one person. Second, there is information being circulated that the injured male was curb stomped during this incident. The term curb stomped commonly refers to the act of striking someone's head against the curb of a street with one's foot. In my mind, there's more to it, but cool. The evidence recovered shows this did not occur in this case and is also false. Okay, well, Dad said the nurse told him that it looked that way. So I'm just, okay. MPD is also aware of individuals in the public sending what is perceived as threatening messages to the non-injured involved party and that person's fraternity members and acquaintances, and inserting themselves into this incident by trying to conduct their own investigation and attempting to contact and harass witnesses. Oh my God, it's doing everything all over again. I swear, everything is so crazy. It's like a movie. Everything just has a pattern. The Moscow Police Department cautions anyone engaged in this type of harassing and obstructive behavior that their actions could potentially constitute a criminal offense and they could face criminal charges. Our agency will continue to conduct its official investigation, and we ask that members of the public refrain from attempting to become involved with this active investigation. On September 26th, the fraternity actually put out a small press release. It states the following: Pi Delta Theta General Headquarters has become aware of an incident that took place on September 24th within the Greek Row at the University of Idaho. The individual involved has been removed from membership, and the fraternity is working with the chapter to investigate the circumstances surrounding the incident and determine next steps. So it's okay for the university to step into it and be part of the active investigation, the way that Moscow doesn't want people to. And I guess it's okay because it's the university. Okay. Pi Delta Theta holds the safety of every member of the fraternity, as well as the individuals of the campuses and communities they are a part of, in the highest regard, and does not support or condone violence. The organization does not tolerate any actions that directly contradict the values and policies of the fraternity, and holds strict rulings against members and chapters that violate fraternity expectations and the law. It's just crazy once again to see the university in Moscow being involved with something so severe once again. I mean, I understand they're trying to, downplay whatever actually happened here, but this guy is in a medically induced coma. He had to be air flighted to be seen by a neurosurgeon. Obviously, it's pretty serious. You know what I mean? So what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think something else is going to happen here because of how far the guy went? Or do you think that nothing's going to happen because the driver actually threw the first punch? Tell me what you guys' thoughts are on the situation as a whole down in the comments. I'm really super curious. Let me know. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. I got to get back to mowing the yard. See y'all.